happening, my fellow geeks and geekettes? Welcome to a brand new episode of Cosplay Chris, and today it is an update for a armored Batfleck helmet. Now, a lot has happened in the last 2 weeks. Originally, I was gonna have the file that my buddy Matt designed for me sent off to Shapeways in the States. Now, that was going to cost around $600 to 3D print. To give you guys another idea of how expensive this shit is, the regular Batfleck cowl, that cost $800 to print at Shapeways. Now don't get me wrong, Shapeways make some amazing prints, but for fuck's sake, that is a lot of money, and I think they are charging way too much these days. That hybrid cowl that I made ages ago, that only cost $120 to print. So literally last week, I was about to send the file off to be printed, drop the money, drown my sorrows in some alcohol, when a gentleman by the name of Miles contacted me and said, "Hey man, I'll print the file for free." And he literally lives like 20 minutes down the road. Now, Miles is actually the guy that has the CNC machine that did the routing for those Rebel bases for that custom Cassian blaster that I posted a few days ago. He also has an amazing 3D printer. So what I'm gonna do today is explain the process so far, what I've got so far, and what still needs to be done. So I sent Miles the file, he scaled it down to 50% and did a print just for a test, and that got me thinking, why don't I offer half-scale 3D printed helmets? Or in this case, take a mold of it and make resin castings. I can offer them as completed helmets or little kits. So here is the original 3D printed file at half scale. Now I don't know how well you guys can tell, but there are some print lines prominent there. Now this is on a very high resolution, but what you guys have to realize is that 3D printed plastic is an absolute punish to sand smooth. Like, you're gonna be there for hours trying to get a smooth finish if you're doing it by hand. So what I did was I sealed the eyes, the mouth up. As you can see there, I got some kind of putty inside there. So originally the color was orange, which was pretty cool. I then made what's called a trash mold. Now, trash mold means it's good for one use because I want to make a casting of this in resin, which is easily sandable. But honestly, I don't want to throw this away. So if someone's interested in buying this mold, you can shoot me an email at cosplaychris@gmail.com. I don't want to see it go to waste. I'd rather see it go to a good home where someone can fiddle around with it. So yes, a trash mold was made. I then made a resin casting that was sanded down nice and smooth. And here we go. This is the master cast that will be molded for production. Now all up, this took about 2 good hours of sanding. I've got it down as smooth as I want it. So just like the original 3D print here, I do have to seal up the eyes and the mouth, make a final mold for production. So I will be offering kits of these and completed helmets. Now I'm still tinkering with the idea of how to do the LEDs. If not, it'll just be mesh over the eyes. So that is the half scale helmet. Now, moving on to the full scale wearable helmet. This is a test of the front half of the helmet. Now I also did a paint test. This is still the original 3D print. It was printed in black filament, as you can see right there, which is pretty cool. You can see all the layering. Now I'm very happy in terms of the paint job. The only thing we have to do is reprint the whole helmet because unfortunately it is a little bit too small for my head, thus it would be a little bit too small for other people with bigger sized heads. So we're gonna increase the file size by 10%, reprint it, and then do another test, and then hopefully we should be good to go, and then I can mold this. Like, don't get me wrong, it fits perfectly at the front here. I mean, look at that. How cool is that?
Well, here I am.
I feel like a fucking badass wearing this. So yeah, the front fits perfectly. It's just the back, the remaining that has to be printed, would not cover the rest of my head. Now in terms of the paint test, I did use a chrome spray paint that does have a texture kind of mixed into it, and then went in with some brown and black washes, and I'm very happy. So in terms of the paint job, that is going to be the final look for the actual production helmets. That will be made from resin. And this is still a pretty cool keepsake. It would make a fantastic wall mount, so I'm tinkering with the idea of making something like that, so stay tuned for that. So guys, that is where I'm at in terms of the mech suit helmet, the fully wearable helmet, but I'm very happy with the end result of this. I can't wait to get these little guys up on my Etsy shop. Like I said, they will be kits or completed helmets. I just want to say a very big thank you to my buddy Miles, who has put in all his time and effort to help print these things. My buddy Matthew for designing this amazing file. It's a beautiful looking piece, and I can't wait to show you guys the end result. I will leave their contact details down below if you want to check out their work or get in contact with them for commission work, whether it be 3D rendering design or 3D printing in general. Now tune in next week guys, because I'm very excited about this one. I'm going to show you guys how to take a $10 lamp from Kmart and turn it into a bat signal. Hope you guys are well, hope you guys are happy, be merry, be silly, and until next time, geeks, please always remember, cosplayers do it best.